is propagandizing for carbon taxes to shut us down, victim disarmament. I mean, it's just you listen to them, but they all do it in real nice little NPR, calm voice, like, shh, shh, listen, little girl, just get in the car with me and everything's going to be all right. I'm wearing a suit. I'm a distinguished, 70-year-old man. Get in the car. Just get in the car, America. Get in the car, Europe. Come on. And then we don't want to. They say, get in the car. Bad things are going to happen. Everything's going to collapse. And so we get in the car in 2008, and things are now worse. And we get in the car now, and things are going to get worse by a bunch of criminal Ponzi scheme operators sitting up there snickering and laughing. And then on top of that, it's now confirmed what was first in the Gonzales paper and that we broke nationally at Infowars.com last night. It's now confirmed FEMA forces firefighters to stand down in Texas, just like Katrina they ordered to stand down. Mike Adams also wrote about it this morning as wildfires rage across Texas. Feds take control and scuttle volunteer firefighters. I mean, it's all happening. It's such an important broadcast. Call everybody you know. Tell them to tune in right now.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, it seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones, and I want to tell you about the Silver Lungs generator. Now you can produce pure and endless colloidal silver and deliver the solution directly into the bloodstream by breathing the solution through the lungs. The respiratory system is the first line of defense for airborne pathogens and viruses. The Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced nano-silver solutions and also delivers the silver nanoparticles instantly into the bloodstream. With continued legislation threatening the sale of nano-silver products, you can now produce pure and endless colloidal silver with the Silver Lungs generator. Very easy to follow step-by-step instructions are provided, making production fast and simple. Go to www.silverlungs.com today and learn more about the breakthrough technology of the Silver Lungs generator. That's www.silverlungs.com. A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com.
We now take you live
To the Central Texas Command Center.
in the heart of the resistance. You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Monday through Friday, we are here live, ladies and gentlemen. This is the hardest hitting, most focused radio out there. And we are reaching tens of millions of people now every week conservatively. And we're growing exponentially thanks to you getting out the word. That's why we started InfoWars Nightly News. Every evening, 7 o'clock, always 30 minutes long. But many evenings, an hour, 2 hours long. Then we restream it when the show ends. I was live last night. But then at about 8, when the show was over, we re-aired it until this morning when this show kicks off, Alex Jones Live, which is the 3-hour radio/TV show. Then we send reporters out. We interview people over Skype. We fly our reporters places. We are building a real, bona fide news organization at prisonplanet.tv. And if you're not a prisonplanet.tv member, now is the time to become a prisonplanet.tv member. Now is the time. $5.95 a month, 15 cents a day. Get a yearly membership, get 3 months free. You are truly supporting the InfoWar, alternative media, and an organization that's waking up more people than anybody else other than Ron Paul. So please continue to spread the word about Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com, about the local AM and FM stations you listen to us on, about XM that we're on live during the day for 3 hours, about Global Shortwave, WWCR, about the free podcast, the free iPhone app, the free audio streams at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com, but also the subscription PrisonPlanet.tv. There's a lot of other ways we fund ourselves as well. We have the stainless steel made in America. That is, the guts are. You can't get the stainless steel made in America. We've tried. The guts of the filter that does, I don't know what, 100 gallons or more, cuts almost everything out or reduces it down to near zero. You can take swamp water out with these. Stainless steel with InfoWars embossed on them, available at Infowars.com. We sold out of those. We now just got a bunch of them in a bunch of colors, including the raw stainless steel color. So it's all available at Infowars.com. All the books, the videos, Infowars.com. Now, coming up, Mike Adams is going to join us via video Skype. He lives outside Austin now, in one of the areas ravaged by fire, but last time I talked to him, his place didn't burn down. You look out the office windows here, and it looks like a war zone, black smoke everywhere. They've not contained really any of the fires. A few small ones in the city they put out. The Austin fire chief is so liberal that she's on vacation and not coming back from Colorado playing golf. Self-described trendy. FEMA has forced firefighters to stand down in Texas. We're going to be breaking that down. Unbelievable. Should be national news. It isn't, but it is national news at Infowars.com. That's now, I've confirmed that now with 3 firefighters. And, of course, we have the mainstream news article out of Gonzales on it, and I've got that reporter's number. I need to call him. I've got other firefighters that I need to contact that have contacted me. That's all pouring in. We've got the huge DHS fracas going on with Miss Napolitano getting very angry at Drudge, and, of course, my articles that are the main driver on the TSA on Drudge. And Drudge is linked to my response to her, 10 facts that prove Big Sis is wrong, Drudge is right. I've got to go over that. But the biggest news of the day, and we're going to cover this after we talk to our guest, the biggest news of the day, this is so huge. Again, it's like the doctor telling you you got brain cancer. Within a couple months, you're going to be dizzy. You're not going to be able to walk. And a month after that, you're going to be dead. And now I'm dizzy in the bed. And don't really know who I am, and I'm thinking, man, I'm about to lose consciousness. My life is basically over. You know, that's the analogy. I'm conscious now, as a society, as a culture, we're conscious, and the doctor, and those of us that are awake are the doctor, but we're also the patient. We're all in this together. We know what this is, but it's so creepy to hear those Bloomberg people on there last night. Consciously reading off a script, knowing they're bringing down America and Europe, knowing they're cold-blooded mercenary technicians. Big 9/11 truth hit pieces on me, too, where I even gave the reporter all the facts, and they just ignored all that. And it doesn't upset me that I'm being attacked. It's that they're so soulless and are mercenaries. I've got that going on. This Court rejects challenges to German Euro bailouts, even though it violates the EU constitution. Germany has to finance the rest of the banker takeover of Europe. They're openly announcing Europe inching towards financial union. USB, a big mega bank, Euro collapse could lead to martial law, civil war. They're threatening everybody to give them what they want. Soros, Eurozone crisis could be worse than Lehman. And as he said, it was a great crisis for him. Why Eurozone should become United States of Europe by David Cameron, the Prime Minister of England. Bring out your dead. UBS quantifies cost of Euro breakup, warns of collapse of banking system and civil war. This is openly being put out by the head of the big mega bank UBS. Central banker Trichet renews call for European global governance. Kurt Nimmo, and that's got links to mainstream articles. Herman von Rompuy, head of the EU, calling for global government through this crisis. They've said this crisis is going to give them world government. And I can't get the average yuppie to wake up and say no to foreign banker occupation because that doesn't exist. All right, now we go to our guest, who I appreciate holding, Michael Allison. And just to reintroduce him to you, this is the clip in the last week and a half that's gone viral all together, millions of views on YouTube with the different versions of the local newscast that are out there. And there were quite a few Michael Allisons in his town up in Illinois. And so I just given up on trying to get him. And then he ended up getting a hold of us through Mike Hansen, one of my old cameramen. So glad that Michael Allison is here with us. And I wasn't surprised to learn that he's a listener and has been contacting us since before this even broke and became a big national story. You remember he's facing life in prison for videotaping and audio taping police in public places. Here's a clip of the local news on that.
75 years behind bars. A prison sentence that long is rarely handed down, and it's usually just for murderers or rapists. But a local man faces 75 years in prison for a nonviolent crime. What he's accused of doing is something many people have done, but most don't realize it's actually illegal.
Let him go!
What you're witnessing is now against the law in some states. This is also becoming illegal, as well as this.
Don't tase me, bro!
These infamous scenes are being banned in more and more states.
Tasing people.
The police in these recordings are not necessarily the ones breaking the law. It's the people recording the police. Recording audio of law enforcement.
So there you have it. And the police have been charging people in those incidents, the news shows, where you're 200 yards away, the cops ride somebody over with a horse for no reason, or knock a woman off a bike. They go ahead and come over, beat you up, arrest you, charge you for taping them. They videotape you in public. How does a cop have a microphone on his tie or a camera in his car and audio hooked onto his uniform? Because there's no perception of privacy in public. It's not wiretapping. But they run this hoax in 12 states and put people behind bars who don't know how to defend themselves or get a good lawyer. Now, in other cases, it's thrown out when people fight it. And a First Circuit Court of Appeals just ruled that, of course, it's First Amendment. But the police in 12 states don't care. They are arresting and also beating people who tape them in public. They'll come in your yard and arrest you now. This is a true sign of tyranny. And some people are serving, I've looked it up, 5-year sentences, 12-year sentences for videotaping police, in some cases in their own homes when police come. Now they're calling it wiretapping. Very frightening that police would send us away like we weren't humans and violate our rights and then laugh about it. I mean, that even shocks me that they've become that criminal in 12 states and that the state governments are saying, yes, do it. We're going to throw the book at you along with the counties. But I've heard of no one facing life in prison, and Michael Allison faces life in prison.